Hey bass players, I am here to show you a little tutorial about how to play this song called Hunters of Avatar by Mark Wood. It's a super fun kind of like rock song, and I'll just tell you a few tips about how to play it, and then I'll play through it for you and you can play along with me or you can listen, whatever you need to do. Okay, so in the beginning here, you can see we have these like funny looking X'd out notes. Instead of like a regular note, it's got X's on it. And usually when you see that in music, it means that you have to do some kind of special sound effect, instead of like playing like a normal note on your bass. So here the instructions or the directions say stomp foot. So you get to stomp your foot for 2 beats. Stomp, stomp, and then you go rest, and then A. It's the whole first measure. The next measure, you have the first 2 beats are resting, and then you get another little special effect, which is to yell, hey! So all together, the first 2 measures are going to sound like this. They're going to be like stomp, stomp, rest. A, rest, rest. Hey, rest. That 2 measure pattern is going to repeat over here. So the first 2 measures and then these 2 measures are exactly the same. Even though it doesn't say stomp foot here, we can just assume that that's what the composer wants you to do because it's following the same pattern. So we're going to go again. Stomp, stomp, rest, A, rest, rest, hey, rest. Guess what? The next 2 measures are the same. Again, so this pattern, this 2 measure pattern here is going to repeat itself 3 times. This last time, it's similar, like you do the stomp, stomp, rest, A, but then you just rest for 4 measures, or for 4 beats here, instead of yelling hey. So that's what the first little bit of the song is like. The next part at 9, our time signature says 4/4, and that means that every measure in the song is going to add up to 4 beats. You can see that really clearly in a measure like this because there's 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then like a measure like this one where you have 2 notes, these are half notes, so they are each worth 2 beats, and it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's a measure like this one. You know this one is 1 beat, this quarter note, but this half note has a little dot next to it, and so you're going to count to 3 for that note. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing I want to tell you about, these notes also have dots on them, but the dots are above the note instead of next to it. So you can't confuse this kind of a dot with this kind of a dot. This dot means you have to play the notes staccato, which I hope you remember means that you're going to play them really short with your bow. For bass, this whole song is played with the bow. There's no pizzicato. It's all with the bow. So I think that's all I wanted to tell you about. I'm going to go ahead and play the first page for you. And you are welcome to play along with this video, or if you want to listen one time and then go back and play it with me, you can do that, whatever is most helpful for you. All right, here we go, Hunters of Avatar. So, before I even start, you might want to do this too. I'm going to put my A down, and I'm going to put my bow on the string, so that when I have to play the A's, it's not going to be late. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, stop, rest. 1, 2, hey, rest. Rest. Hey, rest. 2, hey, rest. 1, 2, here's number 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. now if you want to go back, if you were just listening, go back and play along with it, or go back and play along again. You can do that. The next page, there's a lot of stuff that's similar, but let's just talk about the top of the second page, because there's a couple of interesting things going on here. So here, that's a natural sign. That means you're going to do 2 fingers on your A string for a C natural. Here you get to stomp your foot and play your E string at the same time. So cool. So we're going to stomp, stomp, and then go E, E. These little signs here, these little symbols are called accents, which means you gotta it's like when you stomp your foot, it's a big accent. You're gonna kind of like play that note a little stronger. This long line here, that's a big crescendo. So you're gonna start a little quieter on this note and then get louder and louder as you go. And this is one of my favorite things to talk about in music. You see that it says S, F, Z? It says SFZ. That stands for a really cool Italian word that it's called sforzando. So you have to say SFZ, sforzando. And it kind of means like how it sounds. So it's like a big like punch to the note. It's a big like accent, extra strong accent. So I will play for you from 47, I'll go to 63. So feel free again to play along with me if you want, or just listen. But here is 47. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stomp, stomp, rest, 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 rest. Hey. Okay, so that is from 47 to 55. I stopped at 55. A lot of the stuff in here is similar to what we played on the first page. So any of the tips that I gave you about the dotted half notes, about the staccato, about the special effects, stomping and yelling, will apply to the rest of the song. So make sure you practice this one. It's super fun. And yeah, happy practicing, everybody.